Hey everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. It's time to do another edition of How Old Are My Palettes? I really haven't thought of anything catchy to call this. So how old are my eyeshadow palettes? And let me just say, in my last episode, I did Too Faced, and I said that the Too Faced Pineapple, Papaya, and Razzle Dazzle Berry all came out at the same time, and a couple of you let me know that the papaya came out later. I do remember I purchased all three at one time, so I must have got mine at the later time. Maybe it was a deal of getting all three, but I did purchase all three of mine at the same time, so I think that's why I thought they all come out at the same time. So in today's episode, I made sure I investigated each and every palette to not just assume they are lumped together, although my assumptions were correct this time with palettes being lumped together. Today we're going to do the Huda 9-pan palettes. Now we're only doing the ones that I own. I'm not giving the timeline for all of her palettes. If you got something different, then maybe you can go look it up and see when yours was released. But I don't have all of mine. I mean all of the ones she's done, but I've got all of my 9-pan palettes. And she is notorious to release several at one time. So that's what's going on here. So today I'm going to start with my newest and go down to the oldest in my grouping. So the newest I have, which kind of shocked me that I haven't purchased any newer ones, I've told myself I'm only buying what really interests me. When I see it, I'm like, oh wow, I really need that. If I see it and think, oh, I've got a lot of palettes with those kind of colors in it, then I'm not buying. That's just me. So I was kind of shocked that it's been a while since I've bought a Huda 9-pan palette. So my newest one was from August of 2021, and I have the Wild Jaguar. Now I know there was several I think 3 in that group, but the Jaguar is the only one that really spoke to me. There we go. And it was these colors, these kind of grungy purples, I think is what really spoke to me. This purple in the middle is the one I love the most out of this palette. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Are you going to focus? I don't think it's going to. There, we'll put it back there. There. I don't know if it's going to swatch that great, but there we go. It's really pretty color. That spoke to me. And also, I don't think any of these have names of the shades. This one next to it was one that this is this grungy gunmetal kind of greenish color. There we go. That's what I really liked about this palette. And it's unique. I don't have other palettes like it, you know, colors like this one. But yeah, this is Wild Jaguar, August of 2021. Next, I'm wearing this one today. It's the Purple Haze, and I believe there were several in this group. Purple Haze come out in September of 2020. And there we go. And I picked the purple one because, again, I just love the shades. I love these purples on the side. They're very pretty. And this, to me, is very much a complete palette. If it's got a good neutral nude kind of shade, and then it has medium, dark mattes, and then some shimmers, I'm good to go. So I could take this palette and make a complete look out of it. As this Wild Jaguar, well, no, I could do that too. So this was of September of 2020. This one came out. Next we have the the nude palettes. I got nude medium. They have also light and I think deep. And I would love to have the other two. I went safe and bought the medium, but I would not be opposed to having either one of the other ones. This is real pretty. I like the other two palettes I just showed you more than I like this one, but I do like this palette. This one does not have a light shade in it. I wouldn't call it that I can make a complete look. I would need to supplement this palette with at least a neutral for my eyes, but I like this one. I don't think I'm gonna swatch anything out of this one. There's nothing unique and special in this one. I think I need to swatch, but the nudes came out in October of 2019. There we go. Next, I have the neons. I chose the neon orange one. The neons came out in May of 2019. So the same year as the nudes, but earlier in the year. And there we go. I chose this one for the pinks. Believe it or not, it's neon orange, but I chose it for the pinks, and I like the yellows in it. And the oranges are nice. This deep fuchsia, look at that. That is so pretty. That deep fuchsia. Let me do this other pink right here. Yeah, I chose it for these pretty summer shades. That's what I think. Neon summer shades. They are definitely neon. And let's do this one up here. Ah, very pretty, very pigmented. I didn't care for the color story of the other two. There was one I was kind of looking at. I think it either was like a neon light green or a yellow. I don't remember. It kind of shifted more green, light green maybe. But I like this one better, so I chose this one. So like I said, this was May of 2019 that the neons came out. Now, next, I could not find when this palette came out. And I can explain it later when we talk about some other palettes. But this is the Huda Gemstone Obsessions. I don't believe this came out when the gemstone palettes came out, but every time I was trying to research, they lumped this one in with those others, but it didn't mention this one. It would show this photo, but mention the other gemstone palettes. So I believe this one came out after the other gemstones, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 75% sure. This one I did not actually purchase. I think I've purchased all these others. This one was sent to me by, I think, Aiden, my friend Aiden. Long time ago, this was sent to me. And it's all shimmers. Like I said, I don't have a date for you when this came out. But I think it was after the other gemstone palettes. And this is very pretty. As you can see, I like this purple. I think that is just so pretty. And, let me wipe off my finger. That purple. And I like this purple. I haven't used this in quite a while. Look at that purple. You would think purple was my favorite color, but you know, I don't think I actually have a favorite color. I have favorite shades in every color, which is crazy. Maybe that's the artist in me. I like this blue. This would be my favorite blue. Oh yeah. There we go. Really nice palette, but like I said, I'm not 100% sure. It's been so long, I guess, you know, like when I Google it, it's like, well, it doesn't matter. It's old. Okay, next would be the actual gemstone palettes. And I don't have all of these, but I think I have the majority of them. These came out in September of 2018. So I have the Ruby Obsessions. so pretty. So pretty. I like that. I have topaz. I did not purchase all of these when they came out. These were out for quite a while. And I purchased them at different times. I don't remember when I got the first one. But there we go. And then there's the emerald green one. I can't even remember which one was the first one I actually picked up. Very pretty. These colors are so pretty. And then I have the amethyst. There's a sapphire one. I never got that one. I've gone back and forth whether I want to try to find one and get it and complete having them, but I don't really need it because I have a Jeffree Star, his Blue Blood palette that's all blues. So that's the only thing that I keep telling myself, you know, you've got blues, and how often do you wear blues? Do you really need the sapphire just to complete a stack of eyeshadow palettes, you know, you have on your shelf? No, not really. But I don't know. I'm sure some of you can remember if there were more. I do know there was a sapphire. There was a coral. I had a coral palette. It was not part of the gemstones, I don't believe, but I decluttered that palette. I don't know where it fit in the whole scheme of things, but there we go. There's that. Then my two oldest, and I say two oldest because they were both released at the same time, and I believe these were her first 9-pan palettes she came out with. I can't remember how many she came out with at one time, but there's the Mauve Obsessions, and like this was December of 2017. I really like this. Very much a standalone palette. It doesn't look like I've used it a lot, but I have used it. I need to pull these out, and I need to come up with some sort of something to use these palettes. I'll think of something because they need to be used. And then I have the Smoky Obsessions. This one, I love these colors. These deep. I wear this one in cooler winter months. I just love these deep tones. Look at this right here. Look at this. Still performing amazingly. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And like I said, those were in December of 2017. And then that's all the ones I have. And I'm just thinking if I have a favorite. I do believe, I will say my least favorite is my nude, medium nude is my least favorite. Not that it's bad or anything, color story wise. I'm thinking either the Purple Haze, but I'm thinking the Wild Jaguar. These colors are just so, I wouldn't wear these in spring and summer, but they're definitely fall and winter for me. And I think this is my favorite color story out of all of them. With the with Purple Haze coming in second. And then, like I said, my least would be the nude medium. And the others all just kind of fall in there. So that's it. That is my Huda 9-pan. Maybe next week we'll do the Huda large palettes. We'll do that next week. Or next time, whenever. I'm not doing them on the same day. So my next grouping, I think, will be the Huda 9 palettes. We'll do those. So I hope y'all are enjoying this series. I'm enjoying making them and seeing what my oldest are. If this is your first time here watching these, I'm going to go through each group as in I'm doing right now where I have stacks of the same brand. I'm doing them, and then when I get down to where I don't have as many per brand, I'll be kind of lumping them together. And I am going to pick out my 10 oldest palettes, no matter what brand they are, and we will do like a review of those at the end of the series. And yeah, and we'll find out which one is actually my oldest palette in my collection. So far, it looks like Urban Decay is still ahead for the oldest palette. But Huda's coming in second. Huda is coming in second. So, guys, again, thank y'all for watching. Like I said, any questions or comments down below. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.